All right, testing, testing. Let's go.
Yeah. Still running around for a check, so I'm tired. Wonder if I will be back. That's my desire. Fuck, I still think about you on a low. Whenever you call, I'ma pick it up. Cause I don't wanna lose feels. So now gotta prove it. Yeah. Chilling in my room, laying track house down. All these souls knows the best hands down. Raising income, that's a blessing I found. I was feeling down, so I gotta come up now. And I don't care who's gonna say my name. Fuck them all, gotta stay in my lane. Swerving around, they wanna pull me down. Cause they know I can't control myself. Sat in a lobby of this hotel. Where is my room? Give me that space. Cause the weather is cold outside. Cause the weather is cold outside. Cause the weather is cold outside, yeah. Cause the weather is cold outside. Cause the weather is cold outside, yeah. Cause the weather is cold outside. Cause the weather is cold outside, yeah. Cause the weather is cold outside. The weather is cold outside. Still cold outside, but your light burn me up. It's not in my plans, I don't need him to understand. So, yeah, sat waiting in this lobby for that call. We're rubbing my hands, you know I can lose control. So, yeah, still cold outside, but your light burn me up. It's not in my plans, I don't need him to understand. So, yeah, sat waiting in this lobby for that call. But rubbing my hands, you know I can lose control. So, yeah, when the weather is cold outside. When the weather is cold outside, yeah. When the weather is cold outside. When the weather is cold outside.
Okay, so welcome everyone to Everyday Lolicon Adventures, and I'm your host, Lolicon Summer, Lolicon Senpai. I don't know, you guys have a lot of names. They normally call me. So, but here, Lolicon Senpai. So, some of you haven't joined in yet, so we're just going to start off here. You guys can play recording later. It's going to be available on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Music, and Deezer. I don't use Deezer, but my brother has been talking about it. Talking about they shuffle the music for you or something. Anyway, you might have seen my broadcast or the post I placed on my status before this. And yes, it's fapping to yourself, selfcest. There's this question people normally asking, like if Naruto makes a clone of himself and has intercourse with that his clone, is it regarded to as masturbation or straight sex? It's called self-test. Surprisingly enough, it's actually a tag on hentai, and maybe what I'll do is I'll create a broadcast message later on and have you guys see selfcest. I've only read one. I've only read one selfcest, and so here's the plot. It was this kid, and he saw himself in the mirror, and all of a sudden, himself in the mirror came out and was like a reflection, like he could see itself, but it was a girl, and you know, hentai. They began to meet. I'm trying to use normal terms because my siblings are around. That's why I'm trying to use terms that I think they would understand. I think they don't understand. I pray they don't understand. Oh God of heaven. So he he proceeded to have to meet with this girl. But towards the end of the hentai, there's this witch of some sort who like separates him from her, then reveals to him that what he has been doing has been himself, and that even he continues, doing her, she would take his place. It's confusing. I know it's confusing. I know, but that's the way it works. Then again, is there any hentai that is not confusing? Which reminds me, still speaking on the topic of hentai, why do people always recommend 1777013 to noobs? For those of you that know, 1777013 is metamorphosis, and it gives you PTSD. How do people sleep at night? Back into that. I mean, what was going through the artist's mind when he was doing? I mean, that went through a lot. And you have veteran weaves, suggesting this to people who just started. Like, how evil can you be? How evil can you be? I don't do that. I don't do that. Like, it's because of that I started having to read tags. Okay, that and when I accidentally read NTR, which should be a topic for another day. When I accidentally read NTR. But why would anyone recommend bad hentai to anyone? Like, if someone meets me and says, I want a blend, I want something that has some lollies or illegal lolly or stuff, but let there also be a milk or something, balance wholesome. I'll tell you Toshi Densetsu series. They have the anime adaptation. I just got it recently. I haven't watched it yet. I just got it, but I've already read the manga version of the hentai, and that was beautiful right there. Except for the part where she was like already an adult and then she just changed back into her lolly form. Yeah, that was very, very disturbing. And while I wait for more people to join, because what I really wanted us to do today was to drop a draft, and yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So if you guys are live, if you're listening to me, and just leave a comment, okay? If you can hear me, leave a comment. Anyway, this is Realest Cold Outside. I played it at the beginning of it, and I love this song because if you're staying in Port Harcourt, you know how the weather is now. People say it's weather so for some of us who are lonely, for some of us who are lonely, we just have ourselves. So that's weather for me. So that's Realest Cold Outside. Oh, okay, Mr. Welcome. Anyway, as I said. Let us just let us bring it. Okay, another disturbing that why I think you guys should be reading tags is because you never know what you come across. There was this time I was reading this hentai, and this guy he's fat, okay, he's fat and ugly, and he was given this opportunity to become like, I don't know what to call it now. Is he an inspector of some sort where he'll be oh so sorry, the music was overshading my voice. I had to let me pause it. Thank you, Alchemist. Okay, so the he became an inspector, and his job basically is to check how people's marriage lives are going. So I was like, okay, where is he going with this? Because what I saw, I searched on um, hentai lolicon. Sorry, lolicon. I love those things. So when I searched, this one came up, and I was reading it. I was enjoying it. It was wholesome at first, but then I now noticed that it's like the ladies were hypnotized, and I was like, oh snap, oh snap. I put my dick back in, no fapping anymore, but I continued reading. Then it got to the part where this guy, this he met this married couple, and she got so into it, but her husband was just, that the sitting position where they sit on their knees. He was sitting there and just watching them, watching another man bang his wife. And I'm like, why? Why do they make NTR? You shouldn't. I mean, it's on the and there's some tags that should never go together. NTR and ugly bastard. Because what NTR does to me is insecure. I don't know about you guys, but it makes me very, very insecure. I don't want to date anyone. I don't want to. Or if I hear her say, "Oh, I want to go and visit one of my friends. He used to be my boyfriend before. Can we just go and see?" I'm just going to say, we are breaking up right there. We are breaking up right there. I know that I'm insecure or anything, but yes, I am insecure. But what if he now pulls out his 8 inches against my 6 inches, and she's saying, "Oh, yours is better. Kimochi, Kimochi, yours is better than Lollicon's dick," and I'll be there watching them, crying my ass outside. God forbid. Berezi, God forbid. That will never be our portion in Jesus' name. Amen. But I will never recommend NTR for anybody. And then another tag I can't really understand, I don't really handle well, it's enema. I know you were expecting horror, but do you know what enema is? There was this I was reading this futanari hentai like that, and this girl banged the shit out of this other girl. And I mean the literal shit. Like, she pooped and then threw up into the futanari's mouth. And the futanari now threw up. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. Threw up back into her own mouth. It was just so disgusting and all that. And people have this. I checked the comments, how many people, because if you're using hentai to read, you can see how many people are fapped to this or something. Because if you're using hentai to read, they'll show you how many people like this. And you see 1,000 something. I said, people are sick. People are very, very sick. Why would you want to sit down and fap and beat your mates to? People pooing and peeing on each other. Okay, I can handle peeing, urination tags, but pooping on each other, no, that is very, very off. Okay, so what's one tag you can't handle in hentai? Let me know in the comments or message me on WhatsApp. What are 10 tags you can't handle in hentai? Okay, while I do that, I have a brief announcement because I want the podcast to be a continuous thing. If you can suggest times, do you want us to continue doing it Saturdays? I think something will be around that time. So, do you want us to continue doing Saturdays? Let me know here and on WhatsApp. And also, a friend of mine wants to create a magazine, so he's trying to compile heartbreak stories. Do you have a good heartbreak story? Or maybe you know someone who has a true heartbreak, not fake, please. A true heartbreak story. We're trying to make a magazine out of it. So if you can drop that here, you want to share your heartbreak story, you can drop that here. Or message me on WhatsApp. I have less than 40 seconds to go. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And the funny thing about stream is that I can rebroadcast live again. So we're going to take a break now. And we'll go back for episode 5 in the next 5 minutes. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned. I'll be back shortly.
Space, 'cause the weather is cold outside.